And Chapter 2, The Academy. The Academy looms, not menacingly, but monumentally. A jagged silhouette against the dawn sky, all brutal concrete and shimmering chrome. It's less a building and more a challenge carved into the Neo-Tokyo skyline. The place screams discipline, tradition, and a whole lot of secrets I'm suddenly desperate to uncover. My footsteps echo on the polished plaza as I approach the main entrance. The air hums with unseen energy, a silent promise of the extraordinary training that awaits. Cameraman Academy. Just saying it sends a shiver down my spine. This is it. Everything I've worked for. Everything she would have wanted for me. Inside, the academy is a labyrinth of gleaming corridors and echoing halls. The scent of ozone and floor wax hangs heavy in the air. Holographic displays flicker with historical footage. Heroes clashing with villains in a ballet of destruction. Cameramen weaving through the chaos, their lenses unflinching. The other recruits are easy to spot. A mix of nervous energy and barely concealed excitement radiates from them. Some are meticulously checking their gear. Others are whispering in hushed tones, probably about the rumors swirling around the academy's training regimen. I clutch the strap of my worn camera bag, a familiar comfort against the unfamiliar surroundings. A booming voice cuts through the noise. "Recruits, gather round." A man stands before us, a figure carved from granite. Kenji. His weathered face is etched with experience, his graying hair cropped short. A prosthetic arm gleams in the artificial light, a silent testament to the dangers this profession holds. His blue eyes, sharp and piercing, scan the crowd, assessing each of us with a practiced gaze. "I am Kenji," he announces, his voice a low rumble. "Your training officer. Here, you will learn to be more than just photographers. You will be witnesses, guardians of the truth. Remember this. A picture is worth 1,000 words, but only if it's the right picture." He pauses, letting his words sink in. The Academy has one inviolable rule: non-interference. You are observers, not participants. Your lens is your weapon, your objectivity your shield. Break this rule, and you are dismissed. Understood? A chorus of "Yes, sir" echoes through the hall. My own response feels thin, hesitant, even to my own ears. Non-interference. It's the bedrock of the Academy, the principle that allows them to document the superhuman world without influencing it. But the memory of my sister, the feeling of utter helplessness, it claws at me. Kenji continues, his gaze sweeping over us. "Today, you will begin your physical assessment. Follow me." He leads us through a series of winding corridors to a massive training complex. Gravity-defying obstacle courses crisscross the space. Robotic drones zip through the air, and targets pop up from concealed hatches. It's a parkour paradise, a playground for adrenaline junkies. The first test will evaluate your physical capabilities. Parkour, stealth, and combat. You will be timed, no exceptions. Kenji stated, his eyes glued on each student, ensuring they acknowledged his power. Parkour is my element. Growing up in the shadow of Neo-Tokyo's skyscrapers, I learned to navigate the city's rooftops and back alleys like a second language. The obstacles blur as I flow through the course, adrenaline pumping through my veins. Vaults, wall runs, precision jumps. Each movement feels fluid and effortless. I can almost feel my sister cheering me on from somewhere. I'm halfway through the course when I notice her. A petite figure with bright green eyes and vibrant pink hair, tinkering with a complex-looking device near the edge of the training area. Yuna. She looks up, catches my eye, and flashes a quick smile. Distracted, I stumble, narrowly avoiding a nasty fall. Focus, Sora. I can't afford to lose my focus. I regain my footing and push myself to the finish line, completing the course in record time. Kenji raises an eyebrow, impressed. "Not bad, kid. You have potential." The stealth assessment is next. We navigate a laser grid, dodge sensor beams, and evade patrolling drones. My smaller frame and years of practice give me an advantage. I move through the shadows like a ghost, unseen and unheard. As I finish, I bump into a lanky kid with a mop of bright red hair. Suzaku. He grins sheepishly. Sorry, man. Didn't see you there. You were like a ninja. I manage a weak smile. Suzaku's easygoing demeanor is a welcome contrast to the Academy's rigid atmosphere. The final test is combat. We're paired up and instructed to spar using padded batons. My opponent is a hulking brute with a sneer plastered across his face. He charges at me, swinging the baton wildly. I dodge his attacks, relying on speed and agility. I feint, sidestep, and deliver a swift blow to his pressure point. He stumbles, momentarily stunned. Before he can recover, I disarm him and pin him to the ground. Kenji nods, a hint of approval in his eyes. Impressive. You have natural talent. The praise feels good, but it doesn't erase the nagging doubt in the back of my mind. All this physical prowess, all this skill. What good is it if I'm forced to stand by and watch when people are in danger? Later, in the Academy's cafeteria, I find myself drawn to Yuna's table. She's surrounded by a chaotic array of tools, wires, and circuit boards. Her brow is furrowed in concentration as she tinkers with a miniature drone. Hey, I say, trying to sound casual. What you working on? She looks up, her green eyes sparkling. This? It's a prototype stealth drone. I'm trying to develop a camera that can capture high-resolution images in extreme conditions, like during a superpowered battle. That's amazing, I say, genuinely impressed. Imagine the possibilities. Yuna shrugs, but a faint blush colors her cheeks. It's just a hobby. The Academy is more interested in preserving the status quo than pushing technological boundaries. Her words resonate with my own feelings. The Academy's obsession with tradition feels stifling, restrictive. So, you're like the Academy's resident tech genius? I ask, trying to lighten the mood. Yuna laughs. Something like that. I prefer mad scientist, but tech genius works too. We talk for a while about cameras, technology, and the ethical implications of documenting the superhuman world. I find myself drawn to her intelligence, her passion, and her unwavering belief in the power of technology to make a difference. There's something else there too, an undeniable spark that makes my heart beat a little faster. As we talk, Ren approaches, his cold eyes narrowed. What's this? Sora making friends with the help desk? I bristle at his tone. Just having a conversation, Ren. Yeah, well, don't let it distract you from the real training, he sneers. Some of us are actually serious about becoming cameramen. Yuna shoots Ren a disapproving look. Don't listen to him, Sora. He thinks he's better than everyone else, but he's just compensating. Ren rolls his eyes. Whatever. Just remember, Sora, this isn't some game. This is about documenting history, about capturing the truth, and some of us are willing to do whatever it takes to get the shot. He turns and stalks away, leaving a palpable tension in the air. Don't mind him, Yuna says, her voice soft. He's just competitive. He's a jerk, I say, unable to mask my irritation. Yuna smiles. Yeah, he kind of is. But he's also one of the best cameramen the Academy has ever seen. Just try to stay out of his way. Easier said than done, I think. That evening, Kenji gathers us in the Academy's auditorium for a lecture on the history of the Cameraman Academy. The auditorium is a cavernous space, lined with portraits of legendary cameramen and display cases filled with antique cameras. The air is thick with reverence and tradition. Kenji stands on the stage, his prosthetic arm gleaming under the spotlight. The Cameraman Academy was founded in the early days of the heroic age, he begins, his voice echoing through the hall. Our mission: to document the rise of superpowered individuals, to chronicle their triumphs and their failures, to provide an unbiased record for future generations. He pauses, his gaze sweeping over us. But our role is not without its challenges. We are often forced to witness tragedies, to stand by and watch as innocent people are caught in the crossfire. This is the burden of non-interference. This is the price we pay for objectivity. He projects a series of historical images onto the screen. A hero battling a villain amidst the ruins of a city, a family mourning the loss of a loved one, a cameraman capturing it all with unwavering resolve. There will be times when you question our methods, Kenji continues. Times when you will feel the urge to intervene, to help, to make a difference. Resist that urge. Remember the cardinal rule. Non-interference. Your job is to document, not to participate. He clicks the remote, and a single image fills the screen. It's a grainy black and white photograph of a burning building. A hero is frantically trying to rescue people from the flames, but it's clear that many are already lost. A lone cameraman stands in the foreground, his lens focused on the scene. This is the infamous Kiyomi incident, Kenji explains. A powerful pyrokinetic villain attacked a hospital, trapping dozens of patients inside. The hero, a young woman named Inferno, fought valiantly, but she was overwhelmed. Many lives were lost. He pauses, letting the weight of the image sink in. One of our own, a promising cameraman named Takeshi, was on the scene. He captured some of the most iconic images of the disaster, but he also broke the cardinal rule. Kenji's voice drops to a near whisper. Takeshi saw a young girl trapped on the top floor of the building. He abandoned his camera, rushed inside, and saved her life. He was hailed as a hero, a savior. But he was also dismissed from the academy. A gasp ripples through the audience. Dismissed? For saving a life? Takeshi violated the principle of non-interference, Kenji explains, his voice hardening. He allowed his emotions to cloud his judgment. He compromised his objectivity. He became a participant in the story, not an observer, and in doing so, he betrayed everything the academy stands for. He clicks the remote, and the screen goes black. Remember the Kiyomi incident, recruits. Remember the price of interference. And never forget the cardinal rule. The lecture ends, and the auditorium empties in silence. I walk back to my dorm room, my mind reeling. The Kiyomi incident. It's a chilling reminder of the Academy's unwavering commitment to non-interference. But it also raises a question that I can't shake. Is it truly better to stand by and watch as people die, or is it worth risking everything to save a life? Later that night, as I'm reviewing my footage from the day's training, I hear a knock on my door. It's Ren. "Hey Sora," he says, his voice surprisingly friendly. "Got a minute?" I eye him warily. Ren's sudden change in attitude feels suspicious. "What do you want?" "Just wanted to apologize for being a jerk earlier," he says, shrugging. "I can get a little intense sometimes, but I respect your skills. You've got potential." I raise an eyebrow, unconvinced. "Thanks, I think." "Look, I was thinking," Ren continues. "Maybe we could team up sometime. Practice together. Sharpen each other's skills. The offer is tempting. Ren is undeniably talented, but I can't shake the feeling that he's up to something." "I'll think about it," I say non-committally. Ren smiles, a cold, unsettling smile. "Great. I'll see you around, Sora." He turns and walks away, leaving me with a gnawing sense of unease. As I turn back to my work, I hear a loud crash from down the hall. I rush out to see what happened. Ren stands over a shattered pile of equipment, his face a mask of feigned innocence. "Oops," he says, shrugging. "Looks like I tripped. Guess I'm just not as graceful as you are, Sora." I glance down at the equipment. It's my camera bag, the one containing my most valuable lenses and memory cards. And judging by the angle of the fall, it's clear that Ren deliberately knocked it over. A surge of anger floods through me. "You did this on purpose, didn't you?" Ren shrugs again, his eyes gleaming with malice. "Maybe. Maybe not. What are you going to do about it, Sora? Report me to Kenji? He'll just tell you to focus on your training." He's right. The Academy values discipline and order above all else. Petty squabbles are frowned upon. "You're a coward, Ren," I say, my voice trembling with rage. "You're so afraid of competition that you have to resort to sabotage." Ren laughs, a harsh, cruel laugh. "Afraid? Please, Sora. I'm just leveling the playing field. You're a natural. I'll give you that. But this academy isn't about talent. It's about dedication. It's about sacrifice. And you, Sora, you're too soft. You care too much. You'll never make it here. He turns and walks away, leaving me standing amidst the wreckage of my camera bag. I kneel down and carefully examine the damage. My lenses are cracked, my memory cards are corrupted. My career, my future, everything I've worked for, it's all shattered. Suddenly, the weight of the academy, the rigid rules, the constant pressure, it all feels unbearable. Ren is right. I'm too soft. I care too much. Maybe I don't belong here. Doubt claws at me, whispering insidious thoughts. Maybe I should just quit. Maybe I should just go home. But then, I see it. A small, undamaged photograph tucked inside my camera bag. A picture of my sister smiling, her eyes full of hope. And in that moment, I know I can't give up. I can't let Ren win. I can't let the academy break me. I will prove them wrong. I will become the best cameraman this academy has ever seen. And I will do it my way. I stand up, my resolve hardened. I will not be deterred. I will not be silenced. I will capture the truth no matter the cost. I will honor my sister's memory. I will make a difference. The chapter ends with Sora's determination reignited, setting the stage for future conflicts and developments.